Okay guys, thanks for joining me again. So back to Terraforming Mars, nice and quick as a solo game. Generally takes me about 45 minutes, an hour, so quick and easy to go through and not much setup. I've just got Colonies, so I'm going to give this a try with that board as well. So there's a few changes. First of all, with Prelude, we're only going to have 12 generations instead of 14. With Colonies, you also decrease your starting income down to -2. So actually, considering the solo game gives you only 14 terraforming rating as a starting point, with -2 you'll actually only make 12 income. So that is a huge difference from the standard game now, where you'd start at a terraforming rating of 20. Hopefully we'll be able to make some quick boost to our income, whether that's terraforming rating or actually increasing our income. But yeah, 12 generations, terraform the planet, and you've got a -2 income, so quite a few handicaps to that. I've already dealt out can't really see, well, I don't know why I'm going to the small camera. 12 generations worth, or an extra 11 into here, just so I can keep track. Sometimes especially if I'm a little tired, I struggle to remember whether I've moved the cube up 4 generations. So I've dealt those out already, and we will jump in. So first of all, we will have 2 corporations. Let's have a little close up. So we have 1 Prelude and 1 Colonies corporation. I'll talk through those in a minute. Let us grab 4 Prelude cards and our 10 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 opening cards. So you will choose at the same time which card you want to go for. So our corporations, we have Arador, 40 mega credits, and as the first action, choose an additional colony tile with the effect of every new tag increases your money income by 1. So that's pretty good. 44 mega credits with an income of 3, so that would take us out of the negative, and any building tag we pay 2 less for. We do also have 4 colony tiles that we will look at, and we will choose 3. Europa, Callisto, Pluto and Luna. So there's some production bonus and some colony bonus on each of those. The ones I tend to make sure I get rid of would be just like the animal card. As good as Miranda might be for points in the main game, adding animals to cards generally doesn't help us terraform the planet, but we've not drawn that one. Microbes again is a little more niche as to when we might need it, but some pretty good corporations. We've got the option to start with heat generation or added plant generation to start with, just increasing our terraforming ratings so we get extra income, or dome farming. So some good options. Now let's have a look, see what synergies we might have. Either, okay, so with building tags, AI Central is there, but does need multiple science, needs 3 science tags. We've got ore processor, so we can turn energy into oxygen. Spin-off department increases your money and lets you draw more cards. We've got indentured workers, which normally isn't particularly worth it, but it does save us money and it loses us a point, but we don't care about points. Anti-gravity, 7 science is definitely not one we're going to take. Spaceport colony, so this will be a new one if you haven't seen colonies before. It requires we have a colony. You may place a colony and it may be placed on a colony tile where you already have one. gain 1 trade fleet as well, and a victory point for every 2 colonies in play. So if we wanted to go really heavy onto these colonies, that might be a good option. We've got no discount for space cards though, no energy production to start us off, so it's unlikely. That seems a bit expensive. Land claim, no one's going to be taking it from us anyway. 6% Venus is quite a way away, but any money here can be used as triple the amount. Possibly Ice Asteroid 23 for 2 oceans is a fairly good exchange rate on that. And 2 science tags would let us place a space or building card here, doubling the number of resources. But as that's the only other science tag, AI Central is unlikely to be taken. We haven't got any power generating cards, so again that one's a risky one to take. Oh, I'm basically ruling out all of our 10 cards. I think Ice Asteroid, maybe Indentured Workers, fine. So 10 money for 2 extra income, and drawing cards when we have a player card cost of 20 or more is probably going to be taken. And I'm thinking Arador, because if we start with a few tags from our Prelude cards, it's going to balance out the income from the Chongqing Mars initiative anyway. I would like to take this. We could get Venus up to 6% fairly easily. That's only 3 bumps, and then this effectively gives us 2 new tags and can give us more money then as well. So I think we'll take those 4 along with Arador, which doesn't have a tag of its own. So we could have a look at which of these tags we want to take along. Bump of 3 on our terraforming rating is basically giving us 3 extra money a turn with an earth tag, and we could then take a plant and a building tag, which gives us income and plant production, or we could just take the mohole to gain the added heat production, which I'm not sure of the 2 which will help us out more. I prefer not to lose the money income given the options. I think I'll go for dome farming. In terms of the colonies, we've got the option when we build a colony to add an ocean with Europa, which is pretty good, and it does give us potential for energy and plant production when we trade there. Callisto gives us energy production and energy as a colony bonus. Luna just gives you money, which is pretty good. Pluto lets you draw more cards or power production. I think we'll go for power. The trade fleets are operated with either money, power or titanium, so having more power production could be beneficial on this. Plus it just turns into heat if we don't need it, so energy is quite useful. So we'll start with those 3 colonies, potential colonies. Okay, and we're going to start with these cards. So 40 money, but we're buying 4 of them. Gives us only 28 to start us off. So 28 money. We can actually, as Arador, also put an additional colony tile into play of our choice. I think we'll go with Ganymede. So it just gives us additional plants and plant production, which is nearly always useful. So the starting marker goes on the outlined space, which is the second one. Okay, we start with 3 tags, which gives us an income of 3. 1, 2, 3. We start with 3 extra terraform rating and drawing a card, which is moss. We could use that. 1 plant production and 2 money production. So we're already at 20 with our money production based on our tags and our choice of Prelude cards. So that's pretty useful. And just keep those tags out. These were the cards we're not taking. Oh yes, Ice Asteroid. So that moss will be hopefully coming out fairly soon then, because that will give us 2 oceans anyway. Okay. We'll start with our spin-off department. Costs us 10. And we get 2 extra income. It's not an additional tag, but now when we play a card with a cost of 20 or more, we will draw a card. Indentured Workers makes our next card 8 cheaper, which would mean we would need 15. Yeah, we can do that. So we'll play these 2. It's a card with a basic cost of 20 or more, so we'll draw a card. We'll look at that in a moment. This lets us place 2 ocean tiles. Now we could look at getting plenty of plants. The Elysium board doesn't have any double titanium or double steel with ocean, but I could get 4 plants and 2 money. Yeah, let's do that, because I'm going to want some plants ready for when... should pay the 15. I'm going to want some plants ready for the moss. An ocean next to an ocean gets me that. Excellent. Those tags don't count because event cards get flipped, so no extra income. And our additional card was Predators. Well, I'm going to sell that now for 1 money because that only gets us points. That's really, I would say pointless, but that's the actual opposite of what it is, but still it's useless to us. Okay, I think that is us done. So we will move on to Generation 2. This would be our next set of 4 cards to look at. The colony markers move up. The Earth government can do some terraforming, so let's boost Venus. We want to do our production, so we have 5 money plus 19 gives us 24, so there's 25 minus 1, we gain 1 plant. Right, so we have extreme files, conscription, we have 1 earth tag, imported nitrogen, and community services. So that one's pretty useless to us at this point. Conscription, I'll probably keep it because it's -16, and we will more than likely get a second Earth tag at some point. Adding a microbe to any card would be useful for our sulfur-eating bacteria, but we don't have science at the minute. And 23 just to get 4 plants and a terraforming rating isn't worth it. It would let us draw a card because of our spin-off department, but even then 23 is the same cost as just placing a greenery tile. 3 microbes though, again, that could be worth money to us once we get to 6. Yeah, actually let's, how much money do we have? If we do, we've got exactly enough for 2 bumps in our terraforming rating if we buy no cards, but we know we're going to buy 1 anyway. In which case we could get moss out. Yeah, we'll buy 2 cards. So we're going to spend 6. From that then we'll spend 18 to place an ocean, and we'll take 1 plant. And then with 3 we can spend 4 to lose a plant but gain a plant production. And that is going to be everything we can do. We're down to 2 money. We haven't got any colonies built yet, but those will move up. On to generation 3, we will move Venus up. Take our next set of cards. Production wise is the same. We're going to get 24, so that's there. And now we're getting 2 plants. Right, Jovian lanterns. Spent a titanium to add floaters, points for floaters. Gain all your colony bonuses. That would be useful if we had any. Giant space mirrors. This we want. It gives us 3 energy production, which is exactly what we need to send a trade fleet out. And it's 2 additional tags which we don't have, which will get us 2 extra income. Gaining all of our colony bonuses. Our colony bonuses are production, plants, money and energy should we build all of those colonies. It's a lot to spend now. I say it's not a lot to spend now. It's 3 money to buy the card. If we're spending 6 to keep these cards, we're going to have 20, which means we'll only have enough to play the giant space mirror. But it doesn't stop us from doing another standard action, so it doesn't cost us anything necessarily. So I think we'll go ahead and buy both of those. So we're somewhat stumbling. This is the problem with starting with an income of 12 effectively. It takes a while to really start grinding through the gears, but we'll play the giant space mirror for 17, taking that 3 back, gaining 3 energy production. As we said, 2 extra tags, so that is basically 2 more money as well, which is, I think, well worth it. I do like the effect of this corporation. 3 money and 7 plants, so again we can't do anything, so that will have to end this generation. So very quickly moving on, we'll bump Venus up Although it's a very cheap standard project, I'd normally like to start by moving up the oxygen track. But I want to get to 6% because that can start earning us money with our bacteria here, and it's also 2 extra tags, so again gaining 2 more income. So effectively every turn, adding a microbe is 3 money, 2 extra tags is 2 money, so that will be a big jump to our income. Okay, production, we're now on 7 plus 19, so 26. 2 extra plants, which is quite a nice plant production early on, and 3 energy. Orbital reflectors, oh, typical. Here we have a bump of 2 for Venus and 2 heat production. That looks, is it slightly out of focus? Excuse a wobble. There we go, that looks a bit sharper for us here. Decrease your money production 2 steps, place a colony. That I think is one we're going to keep. Minus 2 money production for 3 heat production, placing an ocean. Lose 2 energy. Ooh, that's quite tempting as well. We want to be able to keep sending our craft though, so these are very nice sets of cards. We're taking Minority Refuge. Reason being, it can cost us 2 income, but if we go to Lunar we'll gain 2 income, or we could go to Europa and place an ocean, which gains us 1 income effectively because of placing an ocean. So I think that's just a good exchange. Similarly, Black Polar Dust, although it sounds like it's losing you 2 income, you do place an ocean, so you're effectively only losing 1 income a turn for that 3 heat. I think the strip mine, I want to get the oxygen bumps because they're quite expensive to do, plus it gives us a nice bit of production. So if we buy those 2 for 6, we can do this straight away for 5 money. It's not an extra tag, we lose 2 income, but we can place a colony. Let us go for Callisto, which gets us an energy production. And we will spend our 3 energy to trade at Europa. We don't have a colony, but we get the trade income, which is to gain the indicated production, which would be a power as well, and that moves back. So we're up to 5. We can't afford the strip mine because it would cost us 25. But we can place the sulfur-eating bacteria out for 6. I like to add a cube to my corporation card for every blue action I can take, just to remind me. So that is 2 extra tags that we didn't have previously, so 2 extra income. We will take that action immediately to add a cube. And then we have 12 money, which is insufficient to do anything else that we want to do. Oh, but we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 plants. So we'll spend the 8 plants that we have. Place a greenery tile. Place it for the money. Oh, I realised I've not populated with the blocking cities. Let's do that now. It may affect where I'm able to put this. It wouldn't affect my lakes. So we have a city at 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. And again, another one at 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Greenery is 15, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And at 10. Okay. So, my apologies for that little setup skip. Does mean I can still place this here. So I get 2 plants. It's a bump to the oxygen. And 4 money. Leaves us on 16. So I could sell a card to place an additional colony. I do want to, because it could get us 2 extra income this round, but I will hold off. Yeah. So we'll move that up. We will raise the oxygen for the world government. And then do our income. So we're now at 27. Oh. If I've got this much money, we're going to spend 14 to raise the heat. That's what we will do. So we're actually at 28. So there's 23, 28. 2 plants. 5 energy. This comes back and everything moves up again. All right. So we have a mining colony. So placing a colony and gaining a titanium. Considering building a colony normally costs 17 anyway, this one is 23 and gets us production, so I really like that. Add 1 floater to this card, or spend a floater here to gain titanium, and this lets us add it, so that's a good way of getting resources. Player stance to draw a card is fine. Increasing money production 1 step for each colony in play, but requires 4. So I think we'll just take this mining colony. We are going to gain a titanium production. Yeah, no, that's fine. We'll do that. It's a card with a base cost over 20 as well, so it will let us draw a card. So it does seem worth it. So spend 3. Okay. We'll start off we'll start with the mining colony. So we can spend 20 and draw a card. Radchem factory, lose an energy to gain 2 TR. That's pretty nice. We gain 1 titanium production and can place 1 titanium and can place a colony. So we could either place an ocean, get a greenery, or get 2 income. I think we will go for the 2 income. We will then spend 3 of our energy to visit Luna. We get a colony bonus of 2 plus the 10 that we're at, so we will actually make 12 money from going to Luna, which is very much worth it. We don't have enough for the strip mine at the moment. I could spend a microbe there to get 3 more money, which would give us 22, which is still not enough. So I think I'll use the Radcam factory here. Decreases our energy production to gain 2 TR. I could gain all of our colony bonus. Oh, let's pay 8. Yeah, I think I will. Actually, the colony bonus is only, it's not the production bonus, is it? No, this card is not as good as I think I initially said. So we will gain 3 energy and 2 money. But we will end our turn there. No, we will add a microbe. Ooh, or I could spend the microbe and get enough for a TR bump. That seems worth it. So we spend this microbe to gain 3 mega credits. And then we will spend 14 to raise the heat. And then we will use the world governing body to raise that. I think we're on to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. Okay. It's generation 6 and production. We are on 9 money and 24. So we'll gain 33. 1 titanium. Pick up cubes. Move that over. We will gain 2 plants and 4 energy. This comes back, these move up. Okay. So we have a fuel factory. So again, another nice bump for titanium if we wanted it. Spend money to add floaters or spend the floaters to terraform Venus. That's pretty good. 2 money for every city, probably not. Maximum of 1 colony. We have more than 1 colony, so that one's useless. An energy for a titanium production and a money isn't worth it because we've got our strip mine, which we're going to plan to use this generation anyway. So we'll buy the forced precipitation and just that one. Okay. So we will start off using our trade fleet to go to Europa. Because that gains us 1 power production. And then we can spend 25 at the strip mine, which is not a gentleman's club as far as I'm aware. We lose 2 power, we gain 2 production of steel and 1 production of titanium and 2 oxygen bumps, which is pretty good going. 1, 2. We only have 7 plants, so we can't do that. We have 5, 6, 7 money. So even if we played forced precipitation this generation, we couldn't add a floater to it. So let's add a microbe here. We haven't played any new tags, so we're not losing out on anything there. And that will be our generation. So let's add another oxygen bump, because I don't want to lose out on the potential heat drawing a card or the money that you get from the oceans. So we'll do that. Move on. Generation 7. This game is escalating towards a close quickly, and we haven't done a huge amount of terraforming. We are up to 35 total income, along with 2 steel and 2 titanium, 2 plants, and 3 power. So that's not terrible. We've got a bit of everything. Immigrant City, again, we're not really putting a huge amount out. Pets, it's an animal tag and a second earth tag for us for only 10. So that could be worthwhile. Because a second earth tag would let us save 16 money on another card, so it gives us 1 extra income and a second earth tag. So just for that reason we will spend 3 on some little puppers. I did not move these up. Done. Okay, so we'll start off we'll start with pets, so 10 money for the pets. So it gets an animal, gives us an income because it's another tag. We've now got 1 tag on our Prelude card, 2 for pets, so we can spend 5 on conscription, which gives us a reduction of 16 on our next card. We're going to play imported nitrogen. This one, so 16 reduction means it costs 7. We'll spend 2 of our titanium and 1 money. Gives us a bump in the terraform rating. It will give us 4 plants. It will give us 3 microbes, which is a nice bit of money back, and actually 2 animals. Because it only costs 23, because it costs more than 20, we draw a card. Farming, very nice if we get the temperature up quickly. Okay, so temperature seems to be the one thing we aren't really managing to do. Surprisingly, the oxygen is racing up a lot quicker, and we've got a lot of greenery. So we'll play forced precipitation. This costs us 8. Let's move these out of the way so I can keep track. Forced precipitation. Okay, perfect. So we will spend 2 to add a floater to that. We could get 12 money from the sulfur eating bacteria. If we built a colony on Europa, that would let us place another ocean. Okay, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. If we spend 8, we could have 5, we could have another 8 plants. Yeah, we'll spend our 3. Where was I going? 3 energy to come to Luna to get 12 money. And we will spend 17 to build a colony on Europa. So we will place, I don't know, I'm putting it on that one, should be on the first one. We'll place an ocean for a terraforming bump, and we'll place it here so we get a greenery and 2 money. Let's then spend 8 plants on a greenery. Should go here for 3 greenery back and 2 money, and an oxygen and a TR bump, and we're going to do the same. So we'll actually get 1 more bump and a heat for a heat production. So we're going to place 1 here. So 2, 4, 6, 8 plants, but we're going to get 1 back. So let's leave that there. Spend 7, and we will get 6 money. 2, 4, 6. Very nice, coming along well. We should have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yeah, we'll get 12 money from our bacteria, plus another 2 to make 14, plus all of these singles. So that's 2 lots of 14. For 2 temperature bumps, 1, 2, 1, 2. Gets us another heat production. We've got only 2 money left. We've used our energy, but that was a pretty good generation for us. So this will come back. These go up. We're still only making 2 plants, so it's not ridiculous to do this. And we do need to get a move on for Venus. Little nudge. And the temperature, that's our biggest issues. But they're fairly cheap. We're making 10 plus 33, so 43. 2 steel, 2 titanium, 2 plants, 3 energy just to ruin it, and 2 heat. Okay, so our next cards. When you play a card, pay 1 less for it, gain a trade fleet. Very useful. Heavy taxation, gain income and money, lose a point. Yeah, we're going to keep that. Interplanetary colony ship to place a colony. We've only got 1 left, but it is cheaper. This is very nice, Impactor Swarm, but we don't have any Jovian tags. So unfortunately we're going to lose out on that. Sky Docks, gain another fleet. So we could spend 3 titanium to move another fleet. And it gives us a discount of 1 on every other card we're going to play. It's a shame we don't have an abundance of energy, because that would make this decision. Oh, but with Callisto there, we could effectively always move 1 to Callisto for free. Yeah, I think it's worth it. So we'll spend 9 on these 3 cards. It makes sense to start with the Sky Dock for 18. We have 9 worth of titanium, so we've spent 9. It gives us a -1 to cards and a second colony fleet. Perfect. I've not had 2 colony fleets before, so that should be fun. Let's do this now before I forget then. So we're going to spend 1 fleet to Callisto. We get a colony bonus of 3 energy plus 13 energy. So that's a good amount of heat, even if nothing else. We can then use 3 of that energy to come to Ganymede. No, I had a colony I wanted to place, didn't I? Because then I could get the colony bonus. Excellent. Let's do this one first. So it's 11 because of our discount now. To place our final colony. Gives us a plant production. And then we will fly to Ganymede. We get a colony bonus of 1 plant plus 6 plants. So we will gain 7. We will do heavy taxation because we have 3 earth tags now. That costs us 2 money, gives us 2 income and 4 money. So yeah, definitely worth it. It's minus a point, but points don't really matter in the solo game. Temperature is nowhere near +4, so we won't be playing our last card of farming. But we do have exactly 8 heat currently. So we'll go ahead and spend those. Chaos. Have I adjusted that so much? Sorry for that. Yeah, nice little sneak peek at my game shelf. Yes, raise the temperature. Gives us a TR. We then also have 8 plants. (10, 12, 14). Let us bring down an ocean first. 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Exactly 18. In fairness, I shouldn't put the pile of money cubes between the tripod legs. So we place it there, we get 2 money and a plant. We will then spend 8 to place a greenery here for an oxygen. That's another TR bump. It was 2 plants and 4 money back. So we've got our standard here and here for 2 money. There is nothing else we can do. So we're going to have to move on a generation, but what do I increase? Plant production is coming along quite well. I don't think I need to worry about that. Let's do temperature. There's a lot of steps on that still to go. I am about to make 15 heat, but that isn't enough for 2 bumps, tragically, next generation. Yeah, that'll do us. Okay. So, move that up. Wow. Okay. 4 points. Costs 42 because of our discount. Definitely worth it. Lava flows, that's a nice timing to bump. For heat, we'll probably take that. Greenhouse gas from Venus, a Venus bump and some heat generation. It's very nice. Again, it's slightly cheaper for us to buy this card and play it, but only just this one. Oh, I'd love to be able to buy this one. 42. I really don't think I can justify the cost on that though. 3 titanium per turn though. Wow. If you know you've got a lot of expensive space cards to play, that's perfect. Oh, we haven't done our income. What is our income? So 36 plus 12. So we are making 48. Two steel. Not really found much to spend our steel on since we got that production. 3 plant production. Energy moves over. 3 energy. And 2 heat. Fleets come back. Tracks move up. Boom, 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 boom. I can't justify 43 on a space elevator, so we'll buy 2 for 6. And get the lava flows and the imported greenhouse gases. Okay, so again, before we forget, we spend 3 energy to come to Callisto. We get the colony bonus of 3 energy plus 3 energy. So we're going to get 6, but we're going to spend 3 of it immediately to fly to Luna and get 12 money. Yes. Okay, we'll then do lava flows for 17 because of our discount. Let's take a 5 back and get rid of 2 singles. So we get 2 temperature bumps. 1, 2, 1, 2. And we get to place a volcano on these Tharsis, Arceus Mont, Parvis Mont. Yeah, I'm fairly certain on this board these aren't specified, but it seems to be saying Mons, so let's place on this Mons. Okay, we then spend 12 titanium plus 10, a total of 22 with our discount, to get 3 heat production and bump Venus, which gets us a TR. We get a free draw of a card because it's a base of 23, and 1 card for our position on the Venus track. Excellent, excellent. I don't think we've... oh yeah, we've had a power tag. So the Great Dam will give us 2 extra power, which is 2 heat a turn, which is reasonable. Would give us a bit more flexibility with our trade fleets. Lichen for another plant production is probably a good safe card. Now we're above minus 24. Oh, it's only 6, even better. We are nowhere near plus 4 degrees, but let us spend 8 heat for another bump there. I'll spend 18 on an ocean. Here to get 2 money back, and then 2, 4, 6, 8 greenery. the oxygen and get 6 money back. We can spend 2 floaters to raise Venus. We will add a microbe to this card. Okay, so how much money do I have? I could either raise the temperature once more or raise Venus once more, or play the Great Dam for 11 for 2 extra power. We've got 3 turns left, so it's going to be 6 power it gives me. Is that worth it? I don't think so. So we'll spend all of it. We'll spend 15 on helping Venus along for another bump. The world government will also help with Venus. And on to generation 10. So we're getting 12 money plus 44. So 56. We've got plenty of steel banked up, ready hopefully for a nice project this time round. 4 plants, take that one off. That will slide over. 3 energy, 5 heat. These come back, these move up. Okay, and 4 cards. Error-broked asteroid. So, okay, 2 heat, 2 ice. That's probably one we're going to go with. An oxygen, an ocean, or a Venus, and add a floater. 11, actually 10. And 3 to buy it. That's just a cheaper way of getting 1 Venus bump, so we might as well. We don't really need... No, there's 3 oceans left. This will let us place 2 of them. The temperature bump will let us get the other. Error-broked ammonia. We're already using the 6 we have in titanium, so this isn't necessarily a big discount or any discount, so no, I don't think we want that, although the 3 heat production would be nice. It's a little late, so we'll spend 6. Okay, yeah, we'll play this for 36 then, minus 35 actually. So 6 in titanium. So we need what, 29 more. There we go. It's going to be 2 bumps on temperature. 1, 2, 2 oceans. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We can place an ocean here for 6 and an ocean here for 6. So we get 12 money back. And it's cost of 36, so we'll draw a card. Gene repair for science. We do not have that much science and we are unlikely to get it, so let's just sell it now for 1. Okay, I feel Great Dam at this point as well. We're unlikely to play it, so we'll sell that for 1. We have 8, 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 5, 6, 7. Oh, so we're one away from raising the temperature again. Well, we'll start off doing the classic move of spending 3 energy to get 6 energy, spending 3 of that to go where? Let's come to Europa. So we're going to get a plant production and 1 money. And then we'll spend 8 heat to raise the track. And here we can spend 15 to increase Venus by 1, which gets us 2 bumps. We have 21, could be 27. Oh no, we didn't need to spend 15, we needed to spend 10 to raise Venus. So let's take 5 back. That's how we were going to do it, because now we have 26. So we'll get 6 money from these 2 microbes and spend 28 to raise the temperature twice. 1, 2, and place the final ocean. 1, 2, 3. I feel like steel isn't particularly worth it, so let's draw a card and get 2 money. Lunar exports. Oh wow, that's a nice card. No requisite, no prerequisite even, and 19 for 2 plant or 5 money. Yeah, very good. Okay, well we'll keep hold of that. There's no point us selling that, is all I mean. We'll spend 2 money to add a floater. We'll get 1 more use out of that. So we'll have 1 bump on Venus. We need 2, 4, 6 more there. 4 on heat, which is quite cheap plants. Well, I can get 5 plants. We'll have 15, 17. I don't think plants are a huge problem. So let's end the generation bumping Venus again. Okay, so production 12 plus 54 is 66. And 2 steel. All this steel. Stockpiling it, making the world prices go up. 3 and 5. Excellent. Okay, so we've got technology demonstration. Just draw 2 cards. Business contracts, again, just draw 4 cards but take 2 of them. Place an ocean, we've placed them all. Air scraping. Raise Venus 1 step, add 3 floaters to any Venus card. Yeah, we're going to take that one, because that will really help with our Venus needs. And we'll take business contracts. Looking at 4 cards, choosing 2 could be quite good for us. Let's take these fleets back. Raise these. Okay, let's do business contracts first. So it costs us 6. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Spend power to get money. 2 temperature, 2 Venus. Add 2 floaters. Oh, but it requires 3 signs. That's disappointing. Microbes for TR. or science? Well, we'll take the two that we could build for free effectively with all our steel. This nitrate reducing bacteria would give us 1 extra TR. That's a shame. That was the sort of card I wanted. So we had the Venus steps, but yeah, we'll take these 2 free cards effectively. We'll play Olympus Conference to start with, so that will cost us 5 of our steel. And it lets us oh no, it's not the same one. Yeah, so play a science card, you add a science resource. And we'll spend 2 steel to play power infrastructure, so we could always get that last little bit of money if we need to. We'll send a colony ship to Callisto. It can't be up there. I've been here every time, so back down we'll get thing and yeah, and then come Luna for money or Ganymede for plants. Let's go for the plants. So we'll gain 5 more plants. We will play this, so for 12 we will scrape Venus. Gives us 1 bump for Venus, and we can add 3 floaters to another Venus card, which is perfect because we can then spend 2 floaters from here to boost Venus 1 more, and we'll be able to do that once again here to add a microbe. We have got 8 heat to raise the temperature 1. We will do lunar exports. So we're going to spend 6 plus 12 to gain the 2 plant production. We will spend 14 to raise the temperature, which is enough then for us to spend 15 on farming to gain 2 money production, 2 plant production, and gain 2 plants. And then we've got 8 plants for greenery here to get 2 plants and 2 money, an oxygen bump, and 8 plants, an oxygen, a TR. Here for a greenery, a steel, and 2 money. We will then spend that 15 on Venus. Ooh, what else have we got? We're running out of potential actions and time for this. We will be moving on to the final generation. I think we've done enough though. I think we've done enough. All the oceans are down. We're making 9 plants, so oxygen is fine. Heat, we'll be able to do 1 bump. So let's Let's raise Venus up by 1 and move on to the final round. Yeah, we've got this. 61, 71, 75. I think we could buy our way there, even if nothing else. So 2, 2, 5, 3, and 9. It's decent plant production, isn't it? Oh, we know we can do a Venus bump as well from here. Yeah, so we're pretty set. Final 4 cards. When you trade, you pay 1 less resource for it. Very nice. It's a science resource. Oh, we did play a science resource for the first time, so we should have had 1 extra income. So it could get us a second one. Nice way of getting extra income, but pointless now. Good way to increase your heat, but pointless now. Good way to increase your titanium, but pointless now. So we won't buy any of those. Yeah, unfortunately, even the cryo sleep. Oh, well, we could, because we've got nothing else to spend our titanium on. We could spend 9 on this, and it would mean we wouldn't have to go to Callisto. But we can spend any amount of energy into money, actually, so even then, going to Callisto isn't too bad. So we're going to buy none. We start by trading. So yes, we go to Callisto, we get our 6 power, and then we spend 3 of it to come to Luna and get 9 money. We may as well convert this 3 power into 3 money using our power infrastructure. We will use these 2 floaters to boost Venus by 1. We will spend 8 plants to get 4 money and draw 3 cards. But importantly, raise the oxygen. 1, 2, 3. We have hired raiders to steal some money. We have an ice cap to place an ocean and Miranda Resort, which would be our first Jovian tag, to get us 1 money for every Earth tag, of which we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it would gain us 7 income, and we might as well. So we're playing Miranda Resort. We've got 6 in titanium, 5 plus our discount, so we'll gain another 7 income. Even though this is the last round of the game, we'll sell these other 2 cards because they're literally worse to play. So we get 2 money back. Okay, we've got 8 heat. And we're left on 7 heat, so we can't do that final bump for free, but we need to just spend 29 for 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's that finished. So we can then spend 50 on 2 cities. And we 2, 4, 5. So we're going to have 14. So if we go here and here, we get 2 plants, 1 titanium, we literally have nothing else we can do. Oh, we can add 2 animals for placing those 2 cities. Yep, definitely worthwhile. Yeah, that's it. So final production, we're going to get 9 more plants, and I think we've got 7. So that's 16 greenery we're going to have. So we can place 1, 2 more just for endgame points. Oops. But we have successfully terraformed. So yeah, we were quite fortunate, I think, being able to choose an additional corporation. Luna does seem very nice just to be able to constantly go there and get money, but without any energy production you are sort of screwed over as well. So yeah, that was challenging. Sort of generation 6, 7 I think it was, I was not sure we were going to reach it, and in the end we had enough time to just build some cities as well, so got a bit lucky on the card draws. Points wise, we're at 66. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 from greeneries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from plants. I know we've got a few negative points in these, but let's see. One of those was from here, so it's actually 2 points from pets. And we've got how many points from cards? -1, -2, 0, 1, 2, 1, 3, 3 points total. 88. 88 is, I think, a pretty decent score. The other possible way to play the solo game, which I think was introduced in Colonies, is you have to aim for a terraform rating of 64, and that is before these points are added in, which does make certain other cards and better. So ones like these where you do just straight up increase your terraforming rating are nice because it just gives you that little boost, but it doesn't matter if you don't terraform fully, if you don't hit all of the goals: oxygen, Venus, temperature, and the water track. So gives you another way of playing it. I think you choose when you choose your corporation, things like that. So if you look at it and you're just thinking, this is not a corporation that could possibly terraform, but it does get points, you could play that way. But I always think it's terraforming Mars. Literally the point of the game, it's in the name of the game, is to terraform Mars. So I think I'll always play trying to get those 4 objectives down. Alright, I'm going to take a quick break, grab a sip of coffee, and then do that again. Cheers guys, bye for now.